can understand that the girl left the place, but there was purple stain or purple mark on her hand and on her face. As a result, it would be easy for the major to catch her, and every incident was exposed. Though the sentry tried to cover up the thing, but he was not ultimately successful, and everything got exposed. So a pity, heavier charge, and we might have been able to follow her home. Did you mark the boy too? It's a pity, it's a heavier charge, and we might have been able to follow her home. Did you mark the boy too? Now it says it's rather sad, but it's a heavier charge, and they might have been able to follow her home. So it would be very much nice if the sentry would have been followed the girl to home. And did you mark the boy? He asked whether he had marked the boy or not. No, sir, he was well out of range. So the boy was well out of the reach of the sentry. Regret rose in him like a tidal sea. They haven't done anything all that bad, sir. It's only a flag. Now the sentry pointed out. The sentry did not want the boy and the girl to be caught. He had a kind of softness to them, and he then could understand the thing, and he was in a very deep regret. He was in a deep remorse. Why he was repenting for the fact that why he could not hide the fact. He could have done it without shouting, but he failed. He shouted out suddenly, and then he just spoke in support of the girl and the boy. He said that they haven't done anything such bad. The major smiled, thinking that when this boy he said that it was just only a flag, but it was not only a flag they had cut off. It was just a matter of what? It was a great matter of prestige, because the flag of the authority was lowered, and that authority was dominating the country, and they were the rulers, and the flag of the rulers would be put down. It was a matter of severe problem. So the major smiled, thinking that when this boy was 14 instead of 18, he would no longer make the absurd mistake of speaking only a flag. So the major smiled, and the major knew that the boy lacked experience because he was very young. He was just 18, and he could understand that when this boy would become the person of 40, he would no longer make a statement that it was just only a flag. Whoever it was walked extremely fast. He has left about 10 feet of the flagstaff coiled round with barbed wire as he came down. You must have been absorbed in the cat hunt, and he must have spent a longer time practicing the movements involved before he could reproduce that at the speed. So whoever it was walked, means according to the major, whoever it had done the thing was extremely fast in doing that. And he walked, he has left about 10 feet of flagstaff coiled round with a barbed wire. So there was 10 feet of flagstaff remaining, and it was a type of hooks were there with the wire, and those hooks along with the rope was left, and as he came down through the wire, as he came down, so he used the flagstaff to come down also, and means the rope he had used to come down the flagstaff. You must have been very absorbed in your cat hunt. So he pointed out that the sentry must have been very much in the flag hunt, and as a result he must have been spent longer time in the flag hunt, and he must have spent a longer time practicing the movements involved before he could reproduce them at the same speed. So the boy must have been practicing these movements before he could have produced the same movement at the same speed. Yes, I should like to congratulate that boy. So the major also appreciated his cleverness and his fast action, and he wanted to congratulate that boy. But when we have found her, we shall have found him too. We will try the grammar school first. Now they decided what? They would be visiting the local grammar school, and where they would be finding the girl, and they would surely, if the girl would be caught, the boy would also be caught. He said, smiling to himself. So he smiled and said to himself, beginning to feel the terrifying satisfaction of hate reacting against. Now he could understand his feeling. Means it was a sort of hatred the natives have for the rulers, and same hatred the rulers also have for the natives. If she isn't there, we will visit the homes of all those girls who don't answer the register. We shan't have to look any further. So he said that he would be visiting the girls' school, he would take the attendance. If the girl would not be there, he would take the address from the school and then he would visit her house. So he did not have to look any further. In the shed behind, now the second episode of the story. This is a side-by-side episode. So what happens? There was a question coming naturally that what had happened to the girl and the boy. Now this is the episode of the girl and the boy starting. In the shed behind Nico's father's shop, Ariana knelt over a pan of water, scouring with a handful of wet sand at the backs of her hands. So in the shed behind Nico's father's shop, Ariana was doing what? Ariana was just kneeling and bending over a pan of water, and she was rubbing her hands and all the face with the wet sand so that the colors could come out. Who was that Ariana? Ariana was that particular who went there to insert for a cat and befooled the sentry. Christo held the torch close, keeping his body between its light and covered window. So Christo just was holding the torch so that the covered window, his back was at the covered window, and in between he was holding the torch for Ariana. Andreas crouched on his heels, his head bent close to Ariana's. So Andreas was folding his legs and sitting, and his head bent close to Ariana's. It's no use, she said, letting her hands inflate quite suddenly. So she told to Ariana that it would not be of no use, and Ariana said that it would be of no use. He just stopped washing and looked up at Andreas. The misshapen blotches of purple ate away half her face into shadow. So misshapen means sudden spray of the color purple. Means the half of her face was colored with purple. It seemed it had created a shadow on her face. And behind her, all the frightened partisans drew closer with a long sigh. So behind her, who were there? All the partisans of the group of revolutionaries, or you can see that the members of the group that had taken armed resistance. They wanted to protest through arms by the utilizing. They were ready for any kind of warfare. So Adriana and Andreas, they all belong, Christo, they all belong to this group of partisans. And with a long sigh, it won't come out, she said. Now they only to look for me. I can't be hidden. Andreas, what am I to do? Now she found out that she would not be able to hide herself, and she would be found out, and what would happen to her? So this was the first question. And now Andreas replied, if they find you, he said, taking her stained hand in his hand, they find me too. So Andreas took her colored hand in his hands, and he said that if they would find you, they would definitely find me also.